Funding. That's been most of the questions I got this week. So let me try to answer that question so that we can help each other. All right. So I'm going to try and answer this maybe in three parts. Okay. Let's say you are an entrepreneur, you're already running a business, and you are struggling to get funding. Uh, Part of the reasons why you could be struggling to find or to get funding is because of the way you have managed your finances in the past. And I've always encouraged, business people or small business owners to say, once you start running a business, make sure that you professionalize your operations. Make sure you actually have a business account and make sure that you document everything that happens in that business. Pay yourself, an allowance, but you don't want to be this person who just swipe their card left, right, and center everywhere and anywhere. Make sure that you're professionalizing your operations. Okay, document everything. At the end of the year, have financials, okay, and document those and file those, because when you now want funding, banks and other investors and funders would want that kind of information to say, let's take a look at this business, let's see how they've managed their financials and their affairs in the past 2 3 4 years. All right, and if you don't have that information, why should they take risk to fund you? Because remember, for funders, their issue is around how are we going to get our money back? That's the most important thing to them. And this is why it's so important for you to document everything that you're doing, to make sure that you have records that you can show them to say, this is how I've been operating my business. So, you know, I'm saying this to say, if you're a small business owner and you're starting up, make sure that you have all these things in place. Run a professional business. It's not about making a lot of money. It's about accounting for every penny that you make in that business. Okay. L- those things must show on your records. So that's the first part. If you are struggling to find or to get funding as an existing business, so sort that out in your company. Sort it out immediately. That's the first thing. Then, if you are a startup and you're just starting, okay, so here's the thing, guys, we must also understand that you, as an entrepreneur, must be willing to put in a little bit of money in your project, in your business. What am I talking about? You know, put in a little bit of money and produce a prototype of your product. If it's an app, for example, or whatever it is, go to funders with something in your hands and say, this is what I'm trying to do. I just now need to scale up. You know I've already done market research, there's interest, and this is how this thing is going to make money. Go there with something. It's very different from a person who just walks in and they say they want funding and there's nothing you have put in money into. Why should anyone put money into this idea of yours that you don't believe in yourself? Because if you're not putting money into it, you don't believe in it. All right. So put in a little bit of money, that shows that you are serious about it. That shows that you are, invested in this thing because you are also willing to take part of the risk. And then lastly, if you, let's say again, you are a startup or wherever you are in your business, but you're struggling to find something, what you can do, another option that works, is try and get, offtake agreements. Go out there and get some offtake agreements with, let's say, for example, it's government or it's a private client or whatever it is. Get an offtake agreement, get it signed, because with that, you can then take that to funders and say, look, guys, I've already secured the business. They want me to supply this or to give this to them at this price. And, what I just don't have is the funds to buy the product so that, I can actually get paid. When you do that, it's easy for funders to then say, okay, fine, we'll take this, we'll pay for the product, okay, but then maybe usually they will say, okay, the money must come to the funders, and then you then get paid your share out of that. But you know what? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you've done a deal, and now you have money, flowing in your business. As soon as you have money flowing in your business, make sure that you're getting accounts done. Make sure that you have financials. Make sure that you have these records. That's how you're going to, get more money in the future. There's always companies, there's always funders, there's always investors, people with money that are looking to invest into something. The reason why they're not funding you is because you are high risk, because your records look bad. You have not been documenting what you've been doing in your business. That's the reason why usually um, you know entrepreneurs don't get funding. So let's fix it. Let's keep winning. Bless you. All the best. Cheers. Bye bye. Thank you for your support, by the way.